2, 1. Where's your hat?
Fuck.
You are listening to Parking Lot Perspectives with Darin and Evan. Okay, we're back.
And we're back. Parking Lot Perspectives, episode
37.
37. You may have noticed that it's been a while for an episode or two. You know what? Life comes at you, and there has been that many good movies out.
No.
We
And
saw
the trailers
the
are not giving us
trailers
hope.
are not getting us excited. So our last review was One Battle After Another a couple of weeks ago, and this one is focused on Predator Badlands. Happy to say, stunned.
Yeah.
Stunned.
I was very surprised. I know you were more amped, I think, going to see this than I was. I've seen some of the Predators, not all of them. I think you're a much bigger fan of the franchise. But yeah, did not disappoint. Cannot wait to talk about this one. Small cast. We'll cover it quick.
Let's just talk about that for a second. In IMDb, there is 6 total people listed for cast. 6.
Yeah.
And only 3 of them have pictures.
Right.
Elle Fanning, who plays Thea, and she also plays Tessa, as we'll talk about. Demetrius Schuster Kolanmontangi.
Perfect.
I'm going to go Demetrius. He plays Deck. He's the Predator. And then Cameron Brown is the only other person who has a photo, and he's one of the synths that you see in the movie. But hey, let's jump into it. $105 million budget.
Yeah.
Biggest in franchise history.
Which surprised me. I thought it was going to be way more. A lot of CGI, special effects, but I don't want to discourage the viewers or listeners.
good call.
It's well worth it.
Yeah.
It really puts you in the setting. It makes you feel like you're there on the planet, and a lot of action.
Yeah, so let's jump into that. So Evan and I noticed yet again, 20 minutes into the minute is when the credit comes up. That is Predator Badlands. It starts off
With a bang.
with the holy cow.
I said to Darin on the way home, I was like, if you go to the bathroom any part of this movie, you missed.
Yeah, there's
you missed an action sequence. You got to watch it again.
Evan said there's not a lull, and I would tell you folks, don't forget to click like, subscribe, and follow, by the way.
That's a good point.
I will tell you, I don't think there's 30 seconds of inaction. I think
But if there is, and we're missing it, it's covered by comic relief and humor.
Yeah.
a lot of funnier scenes.
Yep. So
And the plot.
I was just going to say the plot. So the plot is Evan and I were, as he said, we're driving home and we're looking at one another talking that how does somebody come up with this? First of all, I thought it was a very good story.
Yeah.
The whole story is Deck, who is the Predator, he is kind of not up to the clan that he's in. He's not up to the robustness of the clan.
He's the weak link of
He is the
group.
weakling. And to prove himself, he has to go to get his cloak. And I was confused on what the cloak was. Evan clarified.
Thought he was a Gryffindor or
I
something.
did. I thought, hey, maybe he's working for
Hogwarts.
Wow, Slytherin.
Yeah.
Slytherin.
no.
Yeah. Shout out to my daughter Carly and soon to be son-in-law Pat. So he's got to go do this, so he earns his cloak, the invisibility piece.
Right. You need to prove your worth to make the clan.
Ooh,
He's
really
not
good.
officially in the clan. His brother is. His dad, obviously, is a bigger part of the clan.
His dad's an a-hole, Evan.
Yeah. Definitely father-son issues in this in this family.
Wow.
But the whole premise is he needs to prove his worth. There's revenge in this movie as well. And he does not disappoint. He comes back with some stuff.
This is the plot. He needs to go prove himself. He picked a planet.
That was cool. How
They went back and he's with his brother. I'm not going to give that away.
Yeah,
but he picks Genna.
But I think it's important. I guess in the Predator clan, their whole idea is you need to pick your prey or you're going to be, going after to capture and bring back the head, right? And then you prove your worth. You say, I pick this, I claim this, and this is mine. So he picks one of the hardest planets.
Yeah, what they call a death planet. I think it was a
death planet. And you said it, a callus is this giant, we'll
that
put it
cannot
on the
be
screen.
killed.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. So you've got Elle Fanning plays Thea and Tessa. They are synths, and what's great As soon as it came on, I looked at Evan. They are part of the Weyland-Yutani Corporation. And for those of you that haven't seen Alien Earth or any of the Alien movies, ties it together because Weyland-Yutani is trying to create better worlds, and they're trying to get species from all other worlds to patent for different uses. So, thought that was great. But she was good because her character, Thea, was just fun. And to your point, comic relief when she's talking.
Talk about Sinners type vibes here, right? You're using the same actress, but two different personalities.
Yeah, because Tessa was just a ginormous. I'm not going to say that word. Yeah, she was nasty,
She was.
Yeah, Tia was great. Or Thea.
Completely fun to watch.
Yep.
She nailed this role. I think everyone on IMDb, all the reviews are really happy with her performance. And she needed to nail it because she's one of two actresses in this movie.
Yeah.
So if she was bad, the whole movie would probably be bad.
Good call. Very good call. By the way, it's 85% on Rotten Tomatoes right now by the critics.
It's not out on user yet because it's technically out tomorrow.
That is correct. And 7.5 on IMDb. So that's the rating. So the other gentleman, but you won't see his face, is Demetrius Schuster.
We'll put it on the screen, though. We'll show you his face.
Kolevatanangi, I think. He is only 24 years old.
Yeah, and not in much.
No. I mean, we all know Elle Fanning's done many, many things.
I'll name, he was in nothing that I know. He's in Red, White, and Brass, The Panthers, and Far North. If you can say you watched any of those, congrats.
Congratulations.
I've never heard any.
Yeah. But what we were talking about right outside, because people left the theater very quickly. It's getting, you have the time change. It's dark now. It's cold.
Yeah, we get to the theater at like 6 o'clock and it's pitch black out.
Yeah, so not thrilled, but we didn't get anyone to interview, unfortunately, because people were just booking, but everyone was talking about the movie.
We heard people walking on the way out. I think there was a clap at the end.
Yeah.
There was not much disappointment in this audience, and it was a bigger crowd.
Yeah.
It's technically opening night, early release, so we saw some happy guests.
Yeah,
this was a theater movie.
Let's just expound on that. Why do you mean it's a theater movie?
Darin, we talk a lot about movies and how some of them you just cannot get the feeling that you get in a theater if you're just on your couch. This movie in Dolby, the action sequences, every 5 to 10 minutes, something is happening. He's encountering on the planet, he's being chased, and he's being, preyed on. It's just unreal. And you said it. It's like you couldn't get out of your seat. You were like stuck in this planet. That's how you felt, and the sound really drew you in.
And I think that's what you want to go to the movies for, right? If you're going to pay the money these days that you need to be entertained. Oh, you're entertained. The score is, Evan called it, what vibe?
Gave me Dune
vibes.
2 vibes when they get into Austin Butler's territory, right? The black and white sequence. That type of, I don't know how to explain it. I'll have to put like a sound bit on, but I think I saw
intense. It was intense.
You said it's not really a known.
No, the guy, again, as we've said on many of our podcasts, the director, Dan Trachtenberg, he has a person or two that he works with, so they did the music, I think, for Prey and maybe Predator Killer of Killers. But let's just talk about that for a second. Dan Trachtenberg is the director. He did do Prey. I saw Prey. Evan did not.
Did not.
Prey, I thought, was fantastic.
And this is not a sequel or prequel. It's in the same universe, though.
Correct.
So those who are rating this, you'll see, are giving it lower scores. Some people are that are really diehard Predator fans because they're really looking. And I was talking to Darin because you're more familiar than I am for that thriller, like that thrilling, like creepy Predator type movie.
Yeah,
sneaky. But you got to remember, and I'm looking at this from the outside in. He doesn't have his cloak. There's no sneakiness to any of this. He needs to come up with ways to outlast and win against his opponents, against his enemies on this planet. And you can't really do that sneakily when you don't have a cloak. And he is just ripping people apart and things apart. So, very cool.
Well said. Well said. So, Sarah Schnatter, it sounds like,
Schnott
is the composer. Again, she worked on Prey, Iron Man 3, Lazarus Effect, Now You See Me, She did a little composing for Modern Warfare, my buddy.
Okay.
There you go. Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
All right.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare. All right, I like this person.
Yeah.
Then you've got Benjamin Wallfish. He also did Blade Runner 2049, It, Shazam. So I mean, these people have done some big movies, but that's kind of it when it comes to the director, when it comes to the cast. But we do need to talk about the special effects because I think, if you're going to spend the money again, you want to be mesmerized. I was mesmerized. I was on this planet. It was all shot in New Zealand, all of the movie. And I think what was amazing to me is the mouth, way they did the mouth work on the Predator.
Yeah, I liked it. I think it gave his character, he is the protagonist. You don't see that in a lot of, I don't think, a lot of the Predator movies, they're not really the lead person.
Right.
He is in this. You have to see his face. He's not wearing a mask. A lot of the Predator movies...
Sorry to interrupt, but that's another reason why people need to just slow down.
Because he doesn't have his mask.
He doesn't have his mask. He's not part of the clan yet.
There's no stealth to this Predator, right? You don't have a cloak.
Yep.
You don't have the mask to protect his face. So you're seeing that. So they kind of went into more detail, I think, on the face because you don't really see the face too much.
Just
only
the
when
way
they rip
they
it off and then they look creepy.
But just the way they did it. I mean, they said it was a physical suit.
Yeah.
And the face was done CGI to give emotion. I can tell you, there was some emotion in this movie, as weird as that is to say.
You got to give him credit. He is wearing the suit. I said to Darin, there's no way. This whole thing was probably CGI, but the fact that he was wearing some sort of suit is really cool. On IMDb, there were some criticisms around the way that it was too human-like. The hair. People have their opinions, right? That's what we talk about. Different perspectives.
Ooh.
You need to just see this movie for what it is. See it as an action flick. I mean, wow, a whole new, not a new genre of Predator.
A new pickup to AVP, maybe.
Correct.
Yeah, because, I'm looking at all of the Predator movies. You had Schwarzenegger in 87. You had Predator 2 in 90. Predators with Adrian Brody was 2010. I enjoyed it. The Predator then came out 20-something. Prey came out 2022. Predator, Killer, and Hunters this year. So, it's the 9th movie in this Predators world, and whether it's Alien versus Predators, whatever. To Evan's point, I think you got to just take a step back. Our opinion is our opinion. I just think you have to take this movie. It could be the start of how things came to be because it doesn't have a mask, doesn't have his cloak, doesn't even have the thing on his shoulder yet.
Correct. The laser weapon. That was cool. You'll see this, not giving much away here, but he's got to adapt. You're not this Predator who's got every fancy weapon. He's just blowing things to pieces. He's almost like primitive. He's trying to build stuff himself. He comes up with things from the plant. Wow. Very cool. It's exciting talking about this movie.
Yeah,
it really is.
This was
fun.
A fun movie. Yeah. And I think the one thing to note is that as he was learning all this, he befriends, I think he befriends Elle Fanning's character, Thea. But they meet this creature called Bud. That's what Thea names him. Just the interaction there, and those three.
Now, this is something as well. There's fans out there that call this kind of like a Mandalorian type play on this movie with the child and how this little guy is following around, and he's there's funny moments where in the Mandalorian there's comic relief there too. So there's kind of a play there, but I don't see it. I think again this is taking its own unique little turn, and if you're really going to be bothered by it, it's going against the grain though. It's not a continuation of a previous movie and then they're completely changing everything. It's a whole new movie. So let's see what happens because there's more to come.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a follow-up to this. I will tell you that Evan brought up the point as he lands on Genna, I think is the planet. It's very similar to Kong Island.
Right? So to that point, what I was saying to Darin, when you're on Kong Island, the movie with Jack Black, that Kong, I don't know if it was called Kong or Skull Island or one of them.
You're talking about the one
Adrian Brody.
You're talking about the Samuel Jackson, Adrian Brody.
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah. So they come across crazy creatures.
Crazy.
And just the mind of the director and people coming up with this stuff. And that's what happened here. I mean, this predator is crazy in itself, right? Obviously, you fear this predator, but he's then fearful of all these things that he's coming across because he's never been on this planet before. So,
what a good call out, because it has everything on the planet can kill you.
Right. It's the death planet.
I'm not going to give spoilers away, but everything can kill you, people. And
it's cool to say this too. He's hunting the big beast, right?
The callus.
The callus. But you have to remind yourself every kill that's happening in this, it's not easy. So it's almost like he's killing a boss after a boss after a boss. Not an easy kill each time. So it's really cool to see the different events that take place.
Yeah, I think last thing I'm going to say before we get into the ratings is I would say this is some of the best special effects I've seen in a sci-fi movie in a long time. Yeah. I mean, I go to the movies to just forget about the world, right? We all live in a crazy world right now. I was there. I was on that planet, and I got to tell you, you're right. If you were to leave, you are SOL, because something's happening all the time.
Yeah. So and something else we didn't cover was the rating. This was a PG-13 movie.
Oh my God, I just saw that. You're right.
And yeah, I think there's mixed reviews here as well. People think it's
Disney-esque.
Disney, The Mandalorian type feel to it. Kids can watch this. Sure, but there's still some great action sequences.
Yes.
Yeah, the bloodshed and all that, the thrilling aspect might not fully be there, but there was some crazy scenes with special effects all over the place.
Yeah, I don't think you need bloodshed to be an R. The synths are getting ripped apart, the creatures are getting ripped apart.
I think it's on the higher scale of PG-13, and this is what PG-13 should be all about. If you're bringing it into an action-type movie like this. So,
Yep.
Very cool.
All right, so here we go, folks. Again, don't forget to click like, subscribe, or follow. Tell your friends. Evan, what is your rating and why?
So I am going to go a little bit higher than the IMDb scores that are out there right now. IMDb today, Thursday the 6th, is at a 7.5, Darin. I am leaning at an 8.5 right now for this movie.
Why?
I was very drawn in early on from the beginning when the plot picked up, and just the whole idea behind this revenge and just the thought behind this predator and what he needed to accomplish in this whole movie. It kept you drawn to see what was coming next, right? What other challenges was he going to face? So it just keeps you intrigued. You don't get bored. There's action every 10 minutes. I think...
Every 10 seconds.
Every 10 seconds. Yeah, sorry. But I think what holds me back, I wish there was a little bit more. I know it was only an hour and 47. I think it would have been cool if there was maybe extra characters. I think there was not many, as we just went over, but maybe more conflicts, sub-conflicts, not the big...
It's a good call.
Something to just have a different face in the movie. I'm not saying I'm knocking the two characters. They killed it. But
literally.
Yeah. Elle Fanning, wow.
Yeah, she
crushed it.
Job.
And like I mentioned earlier, if one of these characters, the main Predator actor, Demetrius or Elle, if they failed, this whole movie would have failed. So.
That's why I love doing Parking Lot Perspectives with my partner, Evan, because he gives a good perspective. So
let's hear yours.
I'm actually going to go higher. I'm going to go a 9. And
as
the
a
reason
Predator fan,
it is refreshing. That was an hour and 47. I didn't sit there go an hour and 47 like, wow, it's an hour and 47. I was like,
I want more. That's exactly what I
want more.
Yeah.
Evan is always much more inclined to see things I don't, because as my daughter Carly reminds me, I'm easily entertained. But I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. The difference between, I think, Evan and me, I liked how they kept it small, quite honestly, because they kept the focus on the relationship between Elle Fanning, Demetrius Schuster, Colin Montanagi. I like that part. I get what you're saying. I don't disagree, but I kind of liked how they kept it small. But for me, the special effects and the score,
unbelievable.
Now again, I might be heavily influenced because we saw it at the AMC North Lake in Dolby, and it does not disappoint. I mean, we always say if you're gonna go see it in Dolby,
but don't pick seats E6 and E7,
yeah,
because they didn't work.
Oh yeah, once again they did not recline. So, But hey, folks, we are highly recommending that you go out and see this movie as soon as possible. It is one I think you'll be thoroughly entertained. I don't think you're gonna. There is action. There is creatures that get destroyed. So a little kid probably wouldn't understand it, but a 10-year-old's probably gonna enjoy the heck out of it.
But yeah, and you're absolutely right. I think to add and close out, if you're a Predator fan, do not get sucked into the bad reviews that are out there. See it for yourself. See what you think. Put your mind in a mindset of this is a whole different route that they're taking.
Really good call.
See if you like it. We did, and maybe it is a theater experience. Maybe if we only saw this when it came out on on streaming, it wouldn't have hit as hard because of the sound.
Yeah.
Which we always say, but wow, the story just carried you forward and just wanted more. So
stories,
with that, we're ready to start talking about the next movie, which we don't know yet.
We don't know. There's tons coming out, and there is an issue when it comes down to what do we want to see, how can we. Evan and his beautiful wife Jana and brother Tyler.
And Ryan.
And Sarah are all going to Tokyo.
Yes, we are.
So we definitely won't be doing anything for 2 weeks unless I do something, and I'm not the editing whiz. So we're trying to figure out what we're going to do. But hey, stay tuned.
I'll FaceTime you from Tokyo.
Excellent. Stay tuned. Enjoy going to the theater to see Predator Badlands, and we will talk to y'all later.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.